You're watching RTV News with me, Jane Mutoni. The headlines. Senators commended the residents of Gaia sector in Rusizi district for their efforts in rebuilding themselves and assured them that they were going to advocate for them on issues including a bus stop in Nyungwe and the network problem in some parts of the sector. Following the recognition of the University of Global Health Equity by UNESCO for the institution's role in significantly improving the lives of people in rural areas. A very warm welcome to the news in details. Now, senators commended the residents of Gaia sector in Rusizi district for their efforts in rebuilding themselves and assured them that they were going to advocate for them on issues including a bus stop in Nyungwe and the network problem in some parts of the sector. Take a look.
This song was dedicated to the head of state. These ladies say that they thank him for sending senators to join them in communal work, locally known as umuganda. Prior to this singing and dancing session, the residents of this area had joined the visiting senators in repairing the house of one elderly woman residing in Nyamuzi cell. I've been living in a very old house, which was in a terrible state. I couldn't sleep whenever it rained. I thank the unity government for rescuing me. In the aftermath of the community work, the senators commended Gwe residents for their continued effort to lift themselves out of poverty, and the residents took turns in expressing some of the issues their community is faced with. We have a problem of network, especially when there is a security issue. It becomes difficult to talk to local leaders and security organs. This issue is everywhere, but mostly in Muhiza and Gakopo villages. Local leaders find it hard to connect, especially in times of emergency. Coming from Pindura is a big challenge. You can easily sleep on the road. We need a bus station there to make it easy for us to move. We ask for a bus station in Pindula, just like it is everywhere else, to make it easy for us to move to different places. One of the major problems forwarded to senators is lack of a bus station at Pindura. Senators reassured Bweye residents of advocacy. The issue of bus stop, I believe it will be resolved because we are together with senior police officers. These are major issues that need to be addressed for the area to develop. We believe that these issues will be forwarded to the right authorities to be addressed. The remote area of Gayeye is slowly getting developed with access to major infrastructure, including this tarmac road that is about 43% complete.
Rwandans living in Tanzania on Saturday celebrated the 28th anniversary of the National Heroes Day. The ambassador of Rwanda to Tanzania, Major General Charles Karamba, said the courage to liberate Rwanda emerged from the liberators' conviction that knew exactly what they wanted and they endured the pain of the struggle even though life was not easy.
Cyambere ubutwari mu gihe cyo kubohora igihugu cyacu.
First of all, the spirit of heroism our liberators had came from many things, including resilience and understanding the cause, despite difficult circumstances, among them being that they faced a strong enemy. But on this day that we honor our heroes, we must reflect on some of the key questions and find the rightful solutions. We should ask ourselves if heroism can be taught and passed on to next generations. The hope for our future is something our forefathers have set before us. Our heroes built for us a strong foundation, from which we base our present and future culture and convictions.
Ubutwari bwabo bwatwubakiye gakondo yacu uyu munsi tuvuga.
Following the recognition of the University of Global Health Equity by UNESCO for the institution's role in significantly improving the lives of people in rural areas, the university's vice-chancellor has noted that improving the welfare of rural communities was among the reasons it was established to begin with.
On a choisi d'avoir une université dans un milieu rural. Vous savez que les jeunes dans le domaine médical, clinique, paramédical ou dans le domaine de la programmation...
We purposefully chose to establish the university in a rural area. You know that most of the young people that go into medicine usually go to study in urban areas and usually find it difficult going to work in rural ones, be it here in Rwanda and other countries. We therefore decide to base our operations in a rural area to prove that it is possible to prosper in such areas while staying in touch with emerging developments in education and health, and also work among the local residents. This therefore helps our students not to find it too difficult to go and work in rural areas where they are needed the most after they graduate.
Domaine des liens avec la communauté, ce qui est une obligation des universités qui a tellement été négligé. En montrant cela, nos étudiants, une fois qu'ils ont leur diplôme, travaillent plus volontiers dans le milieu rural, là où il y a le plus de besoins.
Agnes Minagwaho also reiterated that the university that is located in Rwanda district of Rwanda's northern province will continue to make improving the lives of the local community their priority.
Les personnes dans le domaine académique
Our employees go into surrounding schools to teach the staff and students the English language and also invite groups to visit our facilities at the university, showing them things like the labs to get interested in science and equipment they cannot get in other schools. We have also helped to create 150 jobs beyond the university's campus, addition to the more than 1,000 people we employ in construction because we are still expanding the university itself. We also help the government with different initiatives, such as raising awareness onto the importance of fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. Basically, what I'm saying is that helping to improve the livelihoods of the local residents is among the responsibilities of our university.
L'amélioration socio-économique sont dans notre mandat d'université.
The University of Global Health Equity was officially inaugurated in January 2019 and currently has 156 students, and each year 24 graduate with a master's degree in medicine and health. Moving on, caregivers of children with congenital disorders at the Inshutizachu Center in Kicukiro district say that one of their top priorities is to care for their nutrition, as this condition requires feeding them with special nutritious foods. Take a look. It is during the lunch hour at the Inshutizachu Center in Gahanga sector, Kicukiro district. 20 children are being cared for at the center, including those with mental disabilities, including autism and congenital disorders. They are being fed in a special way for each child. Sister Emeritha Nyirandayizeye, the director of the center, says that the nurses are well versed in nursing and nutrition and know how to treat and feed each child accordingly.
Hari abana bafite ubumuga ariko babasha kurya n'amenyo yabo.
There are children with disabilities who are able to eat with their teeth, so we give them a balanced diet or solid food. There are others who can swallow a blended, healthy diet. There are others who are unable to chew. Their throats are not healthy. Those we give them potage that contains energy, which fights diseases. Feeding these children takes so much time. In some cases, it can take up to 45 minutes or an hour because it requires to feed them gently.
Amira buke kugeza igihe bishiriyemo.
Sister Nyirandayizeye says that without proper care of their children's nutrition, malnutrition can have serious consequences.
Atari indyo yuzuye rumvikana neza bwaki.
Not eating a balanced diet can cause them to suffer from kwashiorkor and other diseases caused by malnutrition. We make sure that these children are well taken care of. Some of these children suffer from bone diseases in addition to their disabilities. Some people have a serious bone disease. Their bones are broken. We try to give them calcium, but this condition is hard to cure. We also take them out early in the morning to expose them to sunlight. It requires one to carry them very gently because their bones are fragile. We have 6 children with this problem, including one in Masaka Hospital. As a result of Tuwarere mu Miryango program, the number of children in care at the center has reduced from 40 to 20. Caregivers say that families with children with severe disabilities should ensure that they are being taken care of in a special manner. In the Gahanga sector alone, more than 100 children with disabilities are counted in disadvantaged families. Muraija Marcel, Health and Counseling Officer at the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, says there is a plan to collect data on children with disabilities that are suffering from malnutrition across the country.
This can be done by comparing the height of a child with his or her age or the weight of a child with his or her age still, and in some cases it does not match. Sometimes you'll find a child with congenital disorders that is 10 years old but looks 2 years.
As the 25 members of Rotary Club Mont Jali visited caregivers for children with disabilities, they presented them with a donation consisting of equipment and food worth 1.2 million Rwandan francs.
Cyagaragaye nuko hakiri abantu bafite umutima
It turns out that there are still people who are willing to help. Here, there are children with disabilities that no one could imagine, and their caregivers are tolerant, supportive, caring, and we appreciate their work. They have asked us to be ambassadors so that we can try to remind people that there are some people that need help. Helping is part of our culture.
This organization was founded in 1986 by Rwandan nuns with the purpose of caring for the poor, including children with disabilities and the elderly. Now, the insurance company that was formerly known as UAP has now changed its name to Old Mutual Insurance Rwanda. The Central Bank of Rwanda, meanwhile, has continued to urge insurance companies in the country to provide more coverage in the agricultural sector.
When you go to rural areas and speak to farmers, you quickly realize that they do not know very much about insurance in general. Farmers don't understand how that goes. Maybe the head of the cooperative may understand, but even they do not always know about it. The concerned people should come and explain it to us, regular farmers, and I am sure we would be willing to pay for insurance with no problems.
We would like to be insured because it is not uncommon for natural disasters to occur and other calamities. And when that happens, when you are not insured, you lose everything, which would not be the case had you been covered with insurance.
The insurance company that was formerly known as UAP has now changed its name to Old Mutual Insurance Rwanda, a very significant development for Rwanda's insurance sector.
The first thing that we want to do is to find a solution that cracks the issue that we have of Rwanda of low insurance penetration. The insurance penetration in Rwanda is 1.7%, that is premiums are 1.7% of gross national product. We want to partner with Rwanda through innovation to find different ways of putting our products in the hands of the Rwandese people. We have been successful in doing that in Southern Africa. For example, the insurance penetration in South Africa is about 16% compared to 1.7% here. We have experience in doing this, and one of the key issues that we want to drive is financial education so that people are more aware of our services and they can then participate in the insurance sector. We also want to drive digital innovation. The whole world now is moving to the digital world. We have seen the world make leaps and bounds during the COVID. We want to participate in that and make sure that we can leverage that to get our products into the hands of more customers.
Most importantly, the insurance company has extensive experience providing coverage for farmers.
As an insurance company, our job is to manage risks, and we will want to partner with farmers in Rwanda to make sure that we can protect them from the risks and perils that they face in their endeavor as farmers. There are many perils that are coming, and we see that they are going to actually increase with climate change. And we want to be working in partnership with the local community in Rwanda to help them to, first of all, build resilience against climate change and also to adapt to a new world that is coming with a warmer global temperatures.
Old Mutual is over 176-year-old brand, operating in 13 countries across Africa. We are considered one of the top financial services brands in this market across the continent. Old Mutual has been a leader in most of the markets that it operates in. We have seen us develop leadership positions in Namibia, Zimbabwe, South Africa, and we expect to replicate the same in East Africa.
The governor of Rwanda's central bank, John Rwangombwa, has urged all insurance companies in the country to work to expand their client base because the number of people who seek their services is still very low.
Now, the Association of Golfers in Rwanda gathered at Kigali Golf Club on Saturday for a match in memory of Richard Karimba, who passed away last month. Participants in the game had the opportunity to join Richard's family and friends in a tree planting ceremony at the 13th hole of the Kigali Golf Club in memory of the deceased's life and legacy. Karimba was one of the most talented golfers at the Kigali Golf Club and one of the founders of the Patriots Basketball Club. He passed away on January 1st, 2022, just 9 days before his 51st birthday. This is the first of an initiative set up by the Kigali Golf Club to pay homage and honor the life of those in the golfing club who have passed away. May Richard's soul continue to rest in peace. Well, there you have it. On behalf of the entire news production team, thank you so much for your company. I'm Jane Mutoni. Have a great weekend.